Hello and welcome back to Thomann Brass in Winds. You're watching part 4 of our Trumpet Mouthpiece mini-series. And today's topic is a short but punchy one, the bore. The bore is that small but mighty hole connecting the cup to the backbore, basically the throat of the mouthpiece. It determines how much air can physically pass through. No matter how hard you blow, at a certain point you'll hit a limit. Bore sizes generally range from about 2.8 mm up to 4.7 mm, with a few outliers on either end. So, what does this mean for your playing? Remember how more air volume equals more sound? That's true, but it's not the whole story. You might think, why not just drill the biggest hole possible in my favorite mouthpiece and blast away? Well, because physics and also balance. Larger bores allow for more airflow, giving you a broader, freer feel and potentially a louder sound. But that freedom comes at a cost. You need more air and more control to keep it stable. Smaller bores, they offer more resistance. But that can actually be helpful, especially for lead or commercial players who need to play longer with less fatigue and still have that zing in their sound. Let's break it down. Larger bores are freer blowing, they provide a richer, rounder tone, but they require more air, and are therefore better suited for symphonic or large ensemble playing, since you can play louder without getting that sharp or edgy sound. Smaller bores, on the other hand, are more focused and offer a compact sound, have slightly more resistance, and can make your articulation pop. Work great for lead or studio playing, where the microphone is placed just a few centimeters in front of your bell. But if you go too far in either direction, you run into problems. Too large, you may feel like you're overblowing just to stay afloat. Too small, you might get a pinched, stuffy sound and fight against too much back pressure. The key here is finding your sweet spot. A bore size that feels comfortable, supports your sound, and doesn't wear you out. Let's hear a side-by-side comparison of a larger bore, a small bore, and something in between that kind of works for me. I have 3 mouthpieces with me with different bore sizes. The smallest one being this Bruno Tills MB2 with a 3 mm bore, and this AR Resonance with a 4 mm bore. And well, you get to hear the differences. So, obviously, the larger bore felt open throughout the whole range. It produced a really huge sound, and on a side note, off camera I managed to produce 116 decibel, but I had to constantly push and support my sound and couldn't back off at all. Regarding the smaller bore, I felt like I could ease into it and let the mouthpiece work a bit more for me, but in the upper register I felt like I could use a bit more room for air. Did you notice the difference? And while on the topic, did you try different bore sizes yourself? What worked and didn't work for you? Drop a comment below. And as always, like and subscribe to this channel and stick around for the final episode.